Welcome to Mudras and Movements. It's me, Raisa, and today we will be discovering yoga. Yoga is more than movement. It's an exploration of the subconscious. Throughout our time together, we will be embodying the Yamas and Niyamas, core principles of the Eightfold Path of Yoga. Once you're ready, let's get started in cross-legged position on the mat. We will begin by closing the eyes gently, relaxing the face, especially the jaw. And from this position, I invite you to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. One more time. Before going any further, I invite you to repeat a sankalpa, a mantra with me that will guide you through our practice. The mantra for today is, I prioritize myself. I invite you to repeat this thrice with me, mentally or verbally. I'll inhale and you can join me after the inhale. I prioritize myself. I prioritize myself. I prioritize myself. Take a moment to just notice how these words made you feel. What may have arisen within you physically, emotionally, or mentally in response to these words. And as we're here, we'll begin with a really easy breathing technique known as psychic network purification channel. Quite wordy, but really easy. You're just going to take your right thumb to your right nostril. We will inhale 10 times. And then we switch sides, closing the left nostril, inhaling through the right 10 times. And then we release the thumb and we inhale through both nostrils 10 times. We will do 2 rounds of this breath work known as pranayama. Gently tuck your chin. And from this position, inhale, exhale through both nostrils. Closing the right nostril, we breathe in and out 10 times through the left. Just notice what it's like for you as you're here, noticing the quality of your breath, what it sounds like. That's always a good indication of your breath. And as you're here, we have 2 more rounds together. Of course, go at your own pace. 1 more. And after the exhale, close the left, opening the right. Inhale, exhale 10 times. And as you're here, I take a moment to explain how the yamas are ethical principles. And keep going. The niyamas are internal observances. I'll explain more in a moment. You have 2 more breaths here. 1 more. And then gently release, breathing in and out through both nostrils 10 times. As mentioned, yoga is an eightfold path and it includes physical postures known as asanas. It also includes pranayama, which is what we're doing right now, known now as breath work more commonly. And then there's Yamas, Niyamas, and a few others that we will not be delving into today. Last round. And then we do it again, covering the right nostril. Inhale, exhale 10 times through the left. If you'd like to, you can speed it up. If you're familiar with Bastrika, you can even turn it into a Bastrika moment, where you're performing Bastrika but with alternate nostril breathing to a degree. And 2 more. And 1 more. And after the exhale, switching sides, inhale into the right. And remember, as you're here observing, that's already you embodying one of the niyamas. And as you are observing, keep noticing how your body is responding. 1 more breath here. And then very gently, 10 breaths in and out through both nostrils. As loud as you'd like to breathe. Whatever feels good for you. Maybe today you want to breathe a little deeper, fill yourself with more oxygen. Or maybe you want to breathe a little slower and you're still on the right nostril. That's okay, it's your practice, take your time. We're going to be here for, let's say, 3 more rounds together. And 1 more round here. And then gently tucking your chin, hanging the head, noticing this change of sensation. And wherever you may be, I invite you, with your eyes closed, to start leaning your body forward in a child's pose variation. So your hands are trickling forward. You're leaning over yourself. And wherever you are, you're pulling your fingertips forward, but you try to roll the shoulders down the back. Your chin is tucked so your spine is long. You feel anchored within the hips. We're here for just 2 more breaths. We're moving into asanas, physical postures. 1 more breath. And then from this position, gently look forward. And I invite you to meet me now in a tabletop setup. So from tabletop, you take your hands underneath your shoulders. You take your knees underneath your hips. Before going anywhere, I invite you to rotate your elbows back and forth. The placement of our elbows is important during any physical practice. Take your elbows to face towards your body. And now roll your shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale. And as you exhale audibly through the mouth, feel this connection within the core, the way that the belly is now plugged in. I invite you to curl your toes against the mat, really press into the skin under your knuckles, and lift yourself into your first downward facing dog. For this downward facing dog, I invite you to really just move however you want to. Keeping your eyes closed and just exploring. And before we go any further, I'll share with you how yamas, these ethical principles, consist of ahimsa, non-harming. And as we're here exploring non-harming, throughout the practice, try to observe what attitudes keep you from feeling at peace. What attitude can be harming your peace? We want to be non-harming, especially towards ourselves. Taking another big breath in here. Now widen the distance between your feet. Walk your hands back. We're in a wide-legged forward fold now. Option for you to hold your ankles. Option for you to bring your elbows towards your kneecaps and tucking your chin to look at the back. Option for you to bring your hands above you, lengthening your arms, clasping the hands together. Wherever you are, really enjoy this flow of blood towards the brain. Breathing here. Take another inhale, exhale. And another big breath here. To then release the hands and gently walk yourself back. We're coming back into our downward facing dog. And from this position, we bend the knees. We look forward. We step the right hand
the right foot by the right hand and the left foot by the left hand. We enter Malasana squat. I invite you to bring your hands in Namaste at the heart. Use your elbows to push yourself into external rotation, pushing the knees apart. You can look forward, or if you prefer, you can look down, and you can even extend the hands, deepening the stretch within the lower back. I really love focusing on the niyamas. The niyamas, as mentioned, are internal observances. So, of course, Svadhyaya, one of the niyamas, is all about self-study. Throughout our time here, can you just observe yourself? Reflect on yourself, on how each posture makes you feel. Breathe here, another big breath in. We're going to turn it up a little, turning up the heat in. Another inhale, exhale. Feel free to always exhale through the mouth at any point. Slide your hands back towards you. Lift yourself halfway. Jump or walk yourself back into a downward facing dog. And now from here, we're also going to understand tapas. And as a foodie, the first thing that would come to mind is food, but no, tapas is self-discipline. Anytime it gets challenging during this practice, find that discipline to stay. Breathe in, exhale, go. And now from here, step the left foot right by the left hand, so outside of the left hand. And now from here, take your right hand into the middle of the mat. And drop your right hip down, so your right hip is hovering above the mat, and you lift your left hand up, and you look at your left thumb. Option to stay here, option to drop if needed, and if you want another option, I invite you, lift your hand up, your hips up, hand over your head, inhale. Exhale, dip yourself back down. We do this 4 more times. Wherever you are in your body, Svadhyaya, observe. And of course, tapas, discipline. We have 2 more rounds, up and down, and 1 more. Inhale, exhale. And now from this position, lift your hips higher. Ensure your shoulders rolled into your body and not coming into this internal rotation. And then from here, your left hand is still extended. You stack your left leg on top. You come into a side plank. And we're here lifting, lowering 5. 4, almost done. 3, you can do it. Stack your hips. 2, 1 more. Drop the left hand, downward facing dog. You're done. That was all. We're back here. Back and finding our way into our body through the breath. Inhale. Exhale. And as you're in your downward facing dog, I invite you at any point to pedal it out, as the saying goes. To move in whichever way feels good for your body. And from this position, we do it all again. Inhale, exhale. Now take the right leg, lift it if you want to, and then bring it to step outside the right hand, left palm in the middle of the mat. From here, sink onto the left hip. I have now become part of the plant. And your right thumb is what you're looking at. And in this position, you inhale. Exhale, lift your hand over your head 4 more times. Coming back into tapas. Bringing ourselves into ahimsa simultaneously. If this in any way feels harming for your body, don't do it. Take a child's pose if you need to. 2 more. After this, we move into our side plank, and it's just 5 lift and lowers. 1 more. And now very gently lift your hand up. Stack your hips up and down. 5, 4, stay connected to your breath. 3, almost done. 2, 1 more. Drop your right hand, downward facing dog. We're back again. Shake your hips side to side. And wherever you may be, I invite you to think about Santosha, also a niyama. Santosha is about contentment. How can you find contentment? Breathe here, lift your right leg to the ceiling. And as you're here, remember the hip is not sinking, it's at the same height as the other hip. The core is engaged, ears in line with your arms. Pressing into the skin under your knuckles, breathe in, your hips are not opening, they're squared against the mat. Another big moment to inhale, exhale. And then step the right foot forward in between your hands this time. And now from this position, look at your left foot. Lift your left heel over your toes. Feel this engagement. Slide your left hand in line with your right foot. And now option 1, you lift the right hand up. You stay here. Option 2, you bring the left foot to just hop forward once and twice. And then you can take the left hand in front of you and you lift your left leg up and you're now in half moon pose. Your right knee can be bent. Notice if your left hip is sinking. I feel mine sinking. So I lift it up, up, up. And now it's at the same height. Flex that left foot. This is called dorsiflexion. Try to bring your foot in line with your hip. Rotating not only the spine, but also not only the thoracic spine, but also adding that neck. So you're looking up at your right thumb. Inhale, exhale. I'm laughing because me and this plant just are so intimate right now. Breathe in again. And then from here, take a moment. Come back to Svadhyaya. Back into Tapas. Find that Santosha. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your right hand down. And now from here, point the left toes. Bring that left knee to press against your right calf, bending the right knee automatically. And as you're here, I invite you to connect your hip and rib. And from this position, bring your hands forward for Shiva squats. So what we're doing now is, it's almost like a chair pose. So you feel this connection within the core, the activation. And now you slide your left foot down the length of your calf, and then you bring it back up. You can have your hands anywhere you want in front of you in Namaste. We're going up and down. You're coming into 3, 4, almost done, 5, one more, and 6. Now you bring your hands to your heart for wherever they may have been. Inhale again. And now we kick back into a warrior 3. So your right leg is long, left foot is flexed, lift it higher, squeeze the muscle under your butt. From here, keep both hips at the same height. Option for your hand to be against the heart, or for your hands to be up and behind you as if you're flying. Breathe here. Just embrace whatever you're feeling. Can you sink lower? We're here for 3. Find your balance. It's okay if you lose your balance. 2 more. 1 more. And now I invite you, swing that left leg forward towards your chest. And from here, find that hip to rib connection again. Squeeze your glutes together. Inhale, hands to the heart. Exhale. Ahimsa, let's come back to that. Is there anything right now disrupting your sense of Santosha, contentment? And is it harming to you? How can you just be present in this flow? Breathe here, still holding this posture. It looks easy, but if you're engaging your core, you should definitely be feeling activations throughout the body. And now we take both hands in front of us. Roll the shoulders back and down. And now here, inhale again. Exhale, left hand moves behind you. And you look at your left thumb. Looking at your left thumb, option to keep it here. Or if needed, bring the right hand to hold the left upper thigh, lifting it higher, but also supporting yourself. Spread the fingers apart.
Keep twisting within the neck, pressing into your big toe. And inhale again. Exhale. And wherever you may be, remember, you're prioritizing yourself right now. Prioritize being here right now, nowhere else, just here. Now inhale again. Exhale, bring your hands back to center. Your leg is still lifted. Your palms face each other. And now your left hand goes under the right. You can go knuckle to knuckle, palm to palm, or if none of these are accessible to you, you can just hold the opposite collarbone, shoulders. Wherever you are, we're entering eagle. I invite you, bend your right knee, left leg on top. Option to just have the legs touching, or to twist and to bring your left toes on the inside of the right calf. And now from here, crunch your elbows into your chest. And now bring your elbows to lift towards the sky. Can you sink a little lower? Can you align your head and your heart and your hips? Can you really feel this squeeze of the elbows together, all these pressure points? This is such a beneficial posture for improving immunity. Breathe here. Remember to find Santosha, contentment. But more importantly, to keep yourself in a state of Svadhyaya, self-observation and reflection, so that you can really understand what creates this feeling of Santosha. How can I maintain this feeling? Breathe here, another big breath in. And inhale again. Exhale, gently lift that left leg, keep the right knee bent, point the left toes, hands as they are, and then from here, step that left foot back, lift the left heel over your toe, and now bring your elbows to face the ceiling, high lunge. We're in a high lunge, the right leg is hugging into the midline as if it's pressing into something in the middle of your body. You're squeezing your glutes, activating. Breathe here. Lower your shoulders, squeeze the core. Inhale again. Exhale, release your hands. Gently bring your hands down. Downward facing dog. And wherever you are, remember, it's not about your heels touching. Just do whatever you want. We're here for 5 breaths. It's not about embodying anything that looks perfect. It's about embodying yourself, meeting yourself where you are, understanding yourself through this practice. So keep that awareness of the breath, that awareness of ahimsa, awareness of Svadhyaya, Tapas, and Santosha. We breathe here, in and out. Bring our feet together. Lift your left leg up, point the toes. Avoid sinking the hips, engage the core. Push your head through your arms. And the hip is not opening, it's facing downwards. We breathe for 3. Long line of energy from the toes to the crown of your head. 2. Inhale again, 1 more big breath. Exhale, step that left foot in between your hands. Option for you to be here in a lunge, or to lift that right heel over your toes, to step it forward once and twice, and to now take the right hand in front of your left foot, palm against the floor, or on the tips of your fingers as if your hands are creating a tent. Inhale. Exhale, lift that left hand up, lift that right foot up, and we're twisted. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, as you're here, try to include the neck, looking up. Really press into your right big toe. Avoid sinking that hip, the right hip if possible.
Bringing yourself into observing the way the foot might be moving, swaying back and forth like a leaf in the wind. I don't know about you, but that's my foot right now. Inhale, exhale. Every side is different. And that's why yoga, any movement practice really, is so insightful. Breathe here, 2 more breaths. And 1 more big breath. And very gently bend that left knee. Take your hand to your heart. Bring yourself into a warrior 3. And as you're here, flex the right foot. Lift that foot higher in line with your hip. Keep the core engaged. Keep the left knee bent if needed. And your hands can stay here, or you can bring your hands behind you as if you're ready to fly away. Wherever you are, inhale, exhale, 3. Deepen your breath if needed, 2. Lower it down if you want to challenge yourself. And 1 more big breath here. Inhale, exhale, point the right toes, bend the left knee. Squeeze that right knee against the left calf. Lift yourself up as if you're in a chair pose. And now from here, connect your hip to ribs. Bring that right heel towards your glute. And wherever you are, slide your right knee down the calf. Bring it back up. And the challenge here is to keep that right heel close to the glute. 2, 3, Shiva squats. 4, coming into 5. And now from this position, bring that right leg into your chest. It is in front of you. Your hips and ribs are connected. We just stay with our hands at our heart for a moment. Wherever you are, breathe in. Try to remember that tapas. This is something that we utilize daily. When we make choices, what do we choose to do today? How does that impact us and tomorrow? It's easy to just be present, and of course I totally vouch for that. But discipline also means understanding, consistency, of showing up for yourself every day, of making choices that are ahimsa, non-harming. Take another moment here. Take that left hand to hold your right leg if you need to support yourself, if you want to lift your leg higher for deeper core engagement. Right hand behind you. Look at your right thumb. That right foot stays flexed. You're twisting the mid back. Keep stretching backwards. There's always this push and pull motion in yoga. And right now we're pulling that right hand back, pushing into the left foot. We're going to enter our Garudasana eagle pose. Take at least 2 more big breaths here. Inhale, exhale, 1 more big breath here. And very gently, take that left hand up already this time. And now take that right hand underneath. Knuckle to knuckle, palm against palm, or alternatively holding your shoulders. Bend your left knee, wrap it around, and try to really grip the inside of your left calf with your right toes. Connect your hip to ribs, point the elbows towards the ceiling so you're leaning your body back, and then try to sink lower. Wherever you are, we breathe. And we really enter Santosha, contentment as we're here. Contentment with the present moment and with our body in this present moment. Understanding that we're cultivating this deeper knowledge of our anatomy, and that eventually we can not only grow, but we can move in a way that really, moment to moment, feels good, so that you're constantly embodying this niyama, Santosha. Breathe here, another big breath in and out.
Inhale, exhale, lift that right knee up. Point the toes, left knee is bent. Step back, high lunge. Lift your elbows to the ceiling. Really flex that right glute, the right butt. Sink lower into your lunge, high lunge. Keep lifting the elbows. Inhale, exhale. Gently release the hands. Bring yourself back into a downward facing dog. We're gonna come into downward dog push-ups. And from here, connect your hip to ribs. Your arms are as wide as the mat. If you've never done this before, you can bend your knees, and even if you have, you can totally bend your knees as well. And from here, you try to bring your head to touch the mat. Automatically you will bend, and then you come back up. Again, your knees can be bent or long. Wherever you are, tap the head to the floor, the mat, and then come back up. Coming into 3, coming into 4, coming into 5. We're gonna do 5 more. Yes, we are. Tapas, discipline. And 3 more. And you're almost done. 2 more. Last one. Gently drop your knees, child's pose. Flip your palms towards the ceiling. You can have your toes together or your feet apart. Wherever you may be in your practice, inhale, exhale. Remember to notice where your mind wanders to and what is taking away from you being present at peace. Coming back to the idea of ahimsa. We're here for another moment. And then we inhale, exhale, look forward. Slide our hands to our knees. Bring the knees together. We're gonna finish up with a beautiful camel moment. We're gonna connect our hips and our ribs, rolling the shoulders back and down. We bring our hands in front of us. And then from here, we bring ourselves up. Curl your toes. And from here, lean your body back as much as you can so you feel the upper thighs, the core, and then you come back. This is just a preparation, building strength, squeezing the glutes. You have 3 more. And the final yama that I would like to share today is Satya, honesty. For the next moment, 2 more. I really want you to be honest with yourself. Do you want to do camel? Which variation do you want to be in? Which is the most non-harming choice for you? Last one. And then from here, bring yourselves back up. Take your left hand on your ankle and take your right hand over your head. And then from here, inhale again. Exhale, drop your right hand down by the left foot. Imagine you're sweeping your hand through water. Sweep it all around, creating a circle until you hold the right ankle. Lift yourself up, left hand up and over your head. Squeeze your glutes, protect your back. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hand to create a circle again. And just for 4 breaths, allow yourself to flow. To find contentment, Santosha, within whichever pace you're at, whichever move you want to embody. Because it might not even be camel. Maybe you're in a child's pose and that's also Santosha. We're here for 2 more breaths. And inhale, exhale deeply into your body. 1 more breath. And inhale, exhale, bring yourself back into Vajrasana, seated position. And from here, take a moment to invite you to roll your shoulders back and down. Sit comfortably in neutral spine. Tilt your right ear to your right shoulder. Breathe into your neck, the left side of your neck. Remember that yoga is an eightfold path. It includes asanas, physical postures, pranayamas, breath work, yamas, ethical principles, niyamas, internal observances. There are more yamas and niyamas than I shared today. Inhale. Exhale, left ear, left collarbone. If you feel intrigued by the yamas and niyamas, I highly recommend doing a quick Google search, whatever platform you may be using, and really looking into these concepts. Wherever you are, remember you're breathing into your neck, your face is relaxed. You bring yourself back into center. You tuck your chin. As you're here, you bring your hands into namaste. Remember, be honest with yourself so that you will not harm yourself. Remember, discipline is what can help you to grow, paired with self-observation. That's how you can understand your path, your way to contentment. Satya, Ahimsa, Svadhyaya, Tapas, Santosha, all these different words that can help you deepen your connection to yourself. I take a moment to thank you, to say namaste. I hope to see you again at Mudras and Movements. Sending you so much love. Bye-bye. Can you move? Because it looks like it's your third eye and it's very distracting because I'm looking at you, but I'm looking at the camera.